Welcome to CBS, Cosmic Brothers and Sisters, where we introduce you to your family from across the universe and beyond. And no AI is ever necessary, just your favorite tinfoil hat. Go get yours on. I got mine on because you're going to need it today. Tony tells Jay all about an attack by insectoids. You're going to need your favorite tinfoil hat on. Go get it on. I've got mine on. Let's go.
We did, and the weather got crappy, and which then, I mean, the weather, it could blow in and be really dusty and then blow out in a few minutes. The weather was fast.
Mostly dust storms?
Dust, clouds.
Yeah.
And the weather got crappy, and we started getting away. The two soldiers were on the mountain, and we were down along the bottom of it, so they could see us at all times. And we started getting away from them, and we knew it. And three of us got in an argument, and they said, well, we're going to stay close to the mountain. And I said, we got to follow the map. And it says, go this way, cut across. So they know what they're, what are you going to get in trouble? You're going to go? And we fought it. We got in a big argument about it.
Were they afraid to go out in the open?
We were mentally damaged people. We were not tough guys by any means. Every one of us knew we were afraid for ourselves.
Sure, you were bait. You knew that if you went out in the open, could be very dangerous.
And we were told that you'd be able to hear them, and that to kill as many as you can if you see any bugs. If you see the bugs.
Right.
The three guys went, and they split off from us, and the weather started getting really windy, and they stayed parallel to the mountain where the soldiers could see them, and we stayed on the course, and we got out a good distance, and the weather got really bad. It got black, got dark, and
not nighttime dark, but dark from the dust.
Like imagine a thunderstorm dark.
Okay.
And we heard them. We heard behind us
the clicks.
Something moving. You could hear it. You sound like horses, or
Yeah.
You could hear it. You could hear them. It sounded like almost like horses, but different. We heard them, and the radio guy got on the radio and said, we need help. We contact, and they said to get to high ground, get somewhere high so they could see us. They knew where we were at. They had our ability, but they needed to physically see us. So we could see, on a stormy day when it's cloudy, but you can kind of see a ray of sun.
Mm-hmm.
There were rays of sun coming through, and there was one on a hill. We said, run there as fast as we can. And I was in the front, and like I said, it devolved into hopping, and they were sand dunes, and we were hopping from the top of a dune to another top of a dune. And the other guys passed me up because they were faster at it than me. And then from behind us, a row of 30 insects came up behind us, and they came along the side of me. There were smaller ones that kind of like a beetle, and they flapped their wings as they ran. They had wings that had them run faster, kind of. Right. They hopped and they had wings. And I got a shot off. I was in the middle, I was midair, I was jumping from a dune to a dune, and I finally shot the gun. And of course, I didn't hit anything. And one came up behind me and took my arm right off. The gun and the arm bit it right off. And I fell, and it stood on me. And I was in complete shock, and I thought, I'm dead. I heard the other two guys in front of me get killed. They were eaten or bit up into pieces. I later had found their body. When I sat there, it held me down. It stood on me. And I remember just saying over and over, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. All of that psychological training went out the window. Everything that they had programmed me was, I didn't want to die. I didn't want to die. I knew that I had somewhere else in life. Somehow, I don't know how it did it, but it picked me up, and a third kind of bug came over from where the other two came over the dune. And it was much different, and it moved different. It moved strange, and it moved its head. It had antenna, and they were like balls on top of each other. It had antenna.
And you're bleeding pretty badly, I would imagine.
In shock. I had no arm. It walked up to me slowly, and it kind of moved its head awkwardly. And when it got close enough to me where it's face to face, and I was just totally in shock. I couldn't believe what was going on. I was totally beside myself. And when they say about people in car accidents and things, they go into shock, I was in that. And I just kept begging, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Please don't kill me. I was just in tears. And when he got up close to me, face to face with me, and it had like mandibles, and the antennas did this. They were moving kind of gently. They went into me. And I was in a dream all of a sudden. I was back in the place in Southern California in the Inyukurn Air Base.
So now what happened with the mantis? He's trying to figure out whether he's going to kill you or not.
I was in a dream state with it. And it was just like standing, literally, just like standing in the room.
Oh, so he's going through your memories.
Yes. And he went through my entire time up into where he went inside the base where I was positioned, where I was. And he showed me, the cubicle where I was sleeping. It was empty, nobody else there but me and him standing there. That was it was like a dream, but it was a waking memory that he was, and the whole time he was explaining it, I couldn't hear what he was saying, but I could perceive that he was describing the scene to something else, to somebody else, not the other insects around us, but something far away. He was describing what he saw. And it went through the entire time, and then it showed me my living room of my childhood house that I was taken from, that I didn't have memories of. And he said, this is who you are. This is who you are. That was the other thing. He said, we're going to find out your purpose. We're going to find your purpose, what your purpose is. And at the end, he said, your purpose isn't for killing at all. You don't have a purpose for killing. You can live. And I went out. And I woke up the next morning in a hospital bed, and they briefed me, and then they gave me a checkup and some other treatment. And then I went back to the elevator back, and they canceled our program. The program was canceled. They did a analysis. They said everything froze, and they did a strategic analysis, and they decided to cancel it. That entire base was geared around our program of what was going on.
Well, Tony, that is one.
That is a wild story. Oh my Lord. You join the military, be careful what you sign up for. Big time. Fighting insects, insectoid battles. Let me grab the graphics because the graphics are about to come up. We don't need AI on Cosmic Brothers and Sisters. Please subscribe and like your Cosmic Brothers and Sisters. Always like your Cosmic Brothers and Sisters. It is always good to like your brothers and sisters from the cosmos.